something. After midnight, they have to go home.
A fan curfew.
Yes.
What do you say to them? I mean, do you actually ever give them advice like, why don't you get out of here? Why?
No, because if I walked out in front of my hotel, I would be ambushed. So I don't think there's really a chance for discussion. No. What you mean? What would I say to them now on TV, or what
No,
would
I mean
say to them
in
personally?
terms of that. Well, I read an article once where it said that you really felt that people outside your house, it was why don't you get yourself a life? Why don't you go away and do something instead of sitting there? Because what they're doing isn't exactly it's flashing, but it's not creative in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Do you understand?
No, I really don't understand it. I mean, it's sort of absurd behavior. I mean, I can't imagine anyone having... I always thought young people had short attention spans, but I mean, you can't imagine how long people sit out in front of my apartment building in New York for days, from 7 o'clock in the morning until, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just never ending, and they just stare at my building. I mean, how insane is that?
And they're probably still there while you're in Milan.
They're waiting for me to come back.
There's an official fan club magazine called Icon.
Yeah.
What's your involvement in that?
Well, I get tons of fan mail, and instead of having to, make all of my secretaries read it and send them autographed pictures and stuff, this woman and this man approached me and they said they wanted to have my, be in charge of my fan club, and they would take care of it. And all I had to do was, they would make a newsletter, and I sort of write them letters every couple of months, sort of letters to the fan they publish in the magazine, and a publicist talks to them on a fairly regular basis, giving them, updates on what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So we're pretty involved in it, and I really like the people that are in charge of it. So.
Is it also a way of just sort of keeping your fans
notified?
Yeah, and also sort of happy without them actually just doing what they do here, stand up at a hotel, and it's a bit depressing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you think you're too famous and too open to have a successful relationship?
No. No.
Is that just bravado?
Is what just bravado?
Just saying...
No.
That, you're just being positive about life, saying it will...
Well, first of all, I'm not open about everything. You haven't asked me absolutely everything. So I'm open. I've been open to the things you've asked me. And if you ever ask me a question I don't want to talk about, I would say I don't want to talk about it. And my honesty has got nothing to do with my ability to have a successful relationship with someone.
But the fact that you're so well known can, especially, men get very intimidated by powerful women.
That's their problem.
Many people say to me, where does Madonna go from here? Everyone that talks to me says, where does Madonna go now because of what you're doing now?
But what difference does it make? They said that a year ago about me, and they said that a year... They're too obsessed with where I'm going to go. I don't think about that. It's a sort of trivial idea, and people who say, where am I going to go from here, are people that are sort of hung up on the scandalous aspect of everything that I do, and not actually what I'm saying, the message of what I'm saying. So I think it's a silly question.
Okay, so do you think that what you really want is to earn respect from the people? The kids respect you because they know your songs, they know your music, you go out there, they know everything. But the press, in a way, just to know the publicity angle, the upfrontness, as it were, and not really what's behind it. So would you really like to have the respect as an artist?
I think every artist wants respect and understanding, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'd like to put you in a trance. Erotica. Romance.